Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to BBC News. I'm Pete Brad, and for the report of today, we will talk about the Republic of India, the 1.2 billion inhabitant country. But we won't talk about Bollywood, but about the inequalities that India hides to the world. The economic development of the country entails many discrepancies, and more people suffer from that. What are these discrepancies? How that can be possible in India? The answer in the report of today, India, a land of contrast, with the famous Indian demographer Mr. Mollitor, and present by Cindy Brush from BBC News. Good morning, Mr. Mollitor. Good morning, Ms. Brush. India is the most populated land of the world and is more and more developed. Is that create some discrepancies in the country? Yes, the first problem is that the country is overpopulated, but there are many other problems. There are especially lots of contrast between the haves and the have-nots. For example, the wealthiest part of the population can enjoy the modernity, whereas lots of people live in destitution and don't have access to running water or to proper sanitation. Is it a big problem for the country? Yes, because the poor don't send their children to school and prefer for them to work moonlight. There are more and more illiteracy, as many people don't have access to proper sanitation. Many children suffer from malnourishment. The disease spread among them. Are there positive points thanks to the economic development? Of course, there are fewer and fewer poor people. Infant mortality rates are declining. More and more adults can read, and the life expectancy and the standard of living are improving. Then the life is getting better and better, but it's only for a few people, and a big part of the population stay in the poverty. What about the culture? It's a very long story because India has a 4,500-year culture, but I will make short for you. Thank you. There are many states in India, and every state has its proper language, and there are lots of contrast between the different populations, because they don't have the same culture and the same religions. Hinduism, Islam, Sikhism, Catholicism, Buddhism, and the others. But the biggest cultural contrast is between the traditions and the modernity. Can you explain, please? The populations who live in countryside respect the traditions and the caste system, the most unfair system of the world. People can't practice the profession of their choice, and if they are poor, they stay poor. They force their girls to get married at an early age, and they send their children to work. While the people who live in the cities don't respect the caste system, and they are more and more independent. The more the people live near from cities, the more they will be independent. Lots of women in the cities are free and have their driving license. In countryside, women need the authorization of their husband to drive a car. Does the government have the solution to these discrepancies? I think the government knows the solutions and have money for that. But in India, the economic development was possible thanks to the big industries and the child work. The fewer the labor's expensive is, the more the films earn money. In India, the laborers got a low salary and they are exploited. The government is bribed and don't want to vex the big firms. The rich don't have the same rights than the poor because they are more important. The justice is not the same between the haves and the have-nots. What can do the people to solve these problems? I think the people must fight for their rights. I don't recommend the violence or the civil war, but if people in India will do strike, or if the entire world will boycott the films who exploited children in India, the government will probably solve the problems. Nowadays, it's intolerable to think that people can't have the same rights, or that children can work as the adults. To conclude, I think that the more we will fight to change the world, the more the world will change for us. Thank you very much, Mr. Mollitor. It was Cindy Brush for BBC News.